Guys, this is Moonlight. I'm here with week 4 for the IDA versus the Baltimore Blisseys and Lambeau Murphy. Immediately, you're going to notice this is not my normal setup for this. I don't have my team builder brought up, and I'll get into the reason why later. But you can see the 6 that he brought. He brought Piloswine, Mega Scizor, Giratina, Rotom Wash, Nidoqueen, and Crocodile. He also has a Licky Licky, which I thought he was going to bring, Tapu Fini, Serena, Articuno, and Houndoom, and he also is packing the Fairy MZ. So he's got a pretty scary team. He's by the time that this match was being played, he was 3-0 with a plus, I believe, plus 17 differential, meaning that he won two 6-0s and a 5-0, if my math is serving me correctly. So, pretty scary match. My 6, Diggersby, Florges, Seismitoad, Mega Gallade, Swellow, and Rotom Heat. You're going to see no Kyurem Black. And the reason I didn't bring Kyurem Black is because for some reason my calcs were messing up and it was doing a lot less damage to everything on his team than it actually was. So I managed to figure out, I managed to get my calcs working normally. Still don't know what was going on with that. So that's annoying to have to deal with. And you're going to notice the Diggersby, I did not originally draft Diggersby. I did drop Ambipom going into back during week 3 at the end of it for Diggersby. So I have Diggersby for week 4. So, yeah, I brought Diggersby. It's good offense, good pressure. Right, so let's just get into this match. So, I lead off with Seismitoad. He leads off with Rotom Frost. Immediately, you're going to see this. And this right here, turn 1, was my first misplay of the game. Everything in my being was telling me that if this is Choice Scarf Rotom, he's going to go for Trick. And that I should just get up Rocks because nothing on his team because while his team can take Rocks, it's going to be really good chip for my late game sweeper or sweepers later on. So, everything in my being was telling me to just get up Rocks because this was my best opportunity to do so. And I could just, I could live any hit from him. Like, Specs and Empower Grass, I think, had a chance to kill, but the roll was in my favor, if I remember correctly, based off of my spread. So, I just decided to go for Toxic, and he does reveal Trick Scarf. So, I get off the Toxic, which, I mean, good chip damage on this thing, but Seismitoad's pretty much wasted now. So, here I switch out into Florges. He goes for Hidden Power Grass. I knew he would pack it. So I believe I just go for the Wish here, as he Volt switches out into Nidoqueen. So I just get up a Wish. I go into my Diggersby here. He goes for Surf. Good prediction on his part. He could tell I was scared going into this match, and you're going to see he just reads my predictions. He just reads my play like an open book. He just completely read me the entire match. So he goes for Surf. Does reveal Life Orb. Does reveal Offensive Nidoqueen. So this right here was a 50-50 chance on what he was going to do. I either go for Return on the chance that he brings in Rotom Wash on the switch, or I go for Earthquake for Giratina on the switch. And I, of course, lose the 50-50. I go for the Earthquake. And he brings in Rotom, of course. So at this point, I switch out into Seismitoad. Pretty obvious. He goes for Hidden Power Grass. Here was my second misplay of the match. Rather than, go get my rocks up, I switch out into Florges. And so we're going to see I'm not going to be able to get rocks up because of that misplay on my end. I knew I should have let Seismitoad die. So he brings in Nidoqueen for free here. And I just sack off Seismitoad because it's not doing anything at this point. So I bring in Diggersby now, and of course he goes Giratina on the return. So once again, reading me like a book, I go in Florges here. He reveals to be physically offensive with Iron Head. Of course. So that's really annoying. I go for a Protect here to get a little bit more HP up on this thing. And I switch into my Rotom. And so this thing is designed to take on the Giratina. He goes into Rotom Wash, and I just go for a Dark Pulse here. Toxic damage is going to start doing its work. I go Forges. He goes Hydro Pump. Does good damage. So I go for Protect to get more HP. He goes for Volt Switch. Toxic does not kill him on this turn. And now for misplay number 3. So I go into Diggersby thinking that he's going to Volt Switch and try to preserve this thing for either a sack later on or just for some damage. He goes for Hydro Pump. And so just like that, my best defensive mom is gone, and one of my big threats against this team is gone. So here I just go Swallow, and I go for U-turn versus the Piloswine as he brings it in. My counter to this is Rotom. I go for Overheat. It doesn't do shit. I didn't know what this thing was packing because all of my calcs were telling me that max special defense, max HP with Eviolite takes 40% minimum from an Overheat. So either I got the calcs wrong on this thing or something else entirely happened. I don't know. You might hear some music in the background. Sorry about that. I have no control. So, of course, he gets up his own rocks. He brings in the Giratina this time. I go for another Overheat. Doesn't do squat. So, I just switch out into Forges, just sacking this thing off because it's completely useless at this point. I mean, I kind of hoped to get a Wish off here. Nothing happens, of course. And I go into Rotom. So he brings in Crook. Obvious good switch on his play. At this point, I'm just trying my hardest not to die. So I do knock out the Crocodile with the Overheat. So that's something. Giratina comes in. He shows Shadow Sneak, and I know the game is lost at this point. There's nothing I can do. There are so many moments in this game where I could have been able to do something, and of course, AV Rotom, as you can, well, if you didn't notice, it is AV Rotom as a result of that knockoff. So there's that. I go in Swallow to get good damage off. Boom Burst obliterates the Nido Queen. Sucker Punch, of course. Of course, he's packing the priority for Mega Gallade, for Gengar, for Swallow, for all my hard hitters. So Nido Queen dies to Life Orb. He goes Piloswine here. Ice Shards. I bring in Mega Gallade. And there's nothing I can do here. I know he's packing Bullet Punch, and I know he's packing Shadow Sneak and Ice Shard and all sorts of priority on his team. So, best thing I can hope for here is just differential. So I just set up a Swords Dance. Hope that I can somehow manage to take a Shadow Sneak, and at this point, I'm in Shadow Sneak range from Giratina. I think I had like a 70% chance to live it, but even then I just died to a Bullet Punch. So Piloswine goes down, Giratina comes in, and he just clicks Shadow Sneak. GG to him, he gets a crit, doesn't matter. GG to Lambo, good battler. I'm really pissed going through this match, and I was really pissed playing this match because there were so many moments that I just misplayed hard, and he just read me like a book the entire time. I'll link his video in the description below. It was really good, perfectly summed up my point of view. Like he read me so well that he even knows what I was going through on my side in his commentary. So I'll set up the link. I'm just really annoyed looking at this. I possibly could have won the game if I brought Kieran Black over Diggersby or something else. I don't want to go into ifs or whatever. So, all right. Check you guys later. Bye.